I have a 15 years old girl and she's half German, and something that has always been important to me ever since my daughter was a toddler is for her not to build her confidence off of the back of dark-skinned black women, women who look like me, the woman who birthed her. And I know that a lot of people think that it comes from trauma, given the colorism that I've experienced as a child, but it's actually because I want my daughter to have authentic self-esteem. Now, the first word in self-esteem is self, okay? Self-esteem comes from within. I don't want her to have a confidence that is going to be easily shaken the moment she encounters a dark-skinned black woman that gets more societal privilege than she does. And there are a lot, you guys, a lot of dark-skinned black women actually have very symmetrical faces and are very attractive, okay? So when you are a light-skinned or mixed woman like Hazel E, who build all of your confidence, or really should I say fake sense of confidence, off of looking better in your head or having better hair than dark-skinned black women, that sense of confidence is easily shaken. Whereas when you have authentic self-esteem, a sense of self-esteem that is based on who you are, who you know yourself to be, your qualities, but also perhaps, you know, areas where you're lacking a little, then that authentic sense of self-esteem is not going to be as easily shaken as, you know, a fake sense of confidence that is easily shaken the moment you encounter, again, dark-skinned black women that are treated better than you are. And that has been kind of easy to do, I'm not gonna lie, because we live in Europe, right? Here there are not a lot of black people who treat my daughter as if she's royalty just because she's lighter skin and have 3B hair. Now, when we used to go on holidays in dark-skinned West Africa, she would experience that a little bit, you know, strangers running to her, touching her hair without my consent, mind you, without asking me first, and complimenting her on her skin tone and stuff. But it wasn't a recurrent theme because, you know, we'd only go there twice a year when she was younger. We don't go there as much now because, you know, she wants to go to Greece and Italy and experience the world. She's tired of going to the coast and go West Africa on holidays all the time, and we would only stay there for like 3 weeks or a month. So it wasn't a recurrent theme, given the fact that we would spend much more time in Germany than we would in the Costa Rica, West Africa. And something else that I teach my daughter, and again, I know this is going to be very unpopular, is you are not black. I don't care, you guys. Mixed people are not black, okay? You cannot mix black with white and get black. You get gray, okay? And in my book, mixed people are only going to be black the day they can claim being white. I don't care. Again, the day a mixed person is going to be able to say they're white and not get any pushback, that's the day they're going to be black in my book. But until then, they're going to be mixed. Being mixed is an identity of its own, and that's okay. There's no problem with that. Some people are black, some people are white, and some people are mixed. I'm actually not against mixed women having their spaces, contrary to popular belief. I know I made a video about Exotico United and all the Exotico channels, but it doesn't bother me that they have their spaces where they discuss their issues. My problem is in their so-called spaces, all they discuss is us. Like, why are we in it? Okay, why are you discussing dark-skinned black women in a space that is supposed to be for mixed women? Discuss your issues, because mixed women do have issues, and those issues are different from the issues of dark-skinned black women, okay? They can also sometimes face colorism, but the colorism that they face is less virulent than the colorism that dark-skinned black women face. They can face featureism, some of them face texturism, because yes, some mixed women do have 4B, 4C hair, so they should discuss that and not discuss us. That's my issue, you know. But as someone who is a mixed girl, why should I not want mixed women to have their own spaces? That's bazooka. I want that for them. I would love for my daughter to have a space where she can discuss her own issues, but for me it's important to reinforce the fact that she's not black. You know, she's not going to experience the exact same problem that black people experience. Again, she can experience similar problems, right? She can face colorism again, but the colorism she's going to face, if she does face any, is never going to be as virulent as the colorism that I face as a child, okay? So for me, it's important to reinforce to her that she's not black, and that's okay. She should not be out here like the mixed people who gaslight black people, tell them that they're black by fire by force. I don't want that to be my girl, okay? Not my girl, okay? And last but not least, and this one I didn't really teach her, I guess she taught herself, is that 3B hair is not necessarily easier to detangle than 4B, 4C hair. So my daughter has a lot of hair. And when I say a lot of hair, I mean a whole lot of hair, okay? I'm going to include a picture here so you can see the density of her hair. I mean, if her hair was a unit, you guys, it would be a 300 density unit, okay? That's how dense her hair is. And because of its density, it's very hard to detangle. Like, it's not easy to detangle her hair at all. Even though it's 3B, some of it is 3C, it's really hard to detangle because of the density of it. And about 2 years ago, she was helping me detangle my hair. That was right before my second big chop, and my hair was around armpit length at the time. So I usually finger detangle my hair like I showed you in my wash routine. So she was helping me finger detangling my hair, and she was like, wow, mom, your hair is very easy to detangle even though it's 3B, 3C, right? And that was at the time where she used to watch a lot of YouTube tutorials. She had just turned 12, so she would watch a lot of tutorials about, how to take care of her hair and how to style her hair. She was really interested back then in how to do different hairstyle with her hair. So that's what interests her the most. And I guess she had seen under the comment of those videos, like, I don't foresee this working for my hair. This would never work for my 4C hair. So somehow she had begun to believe that, 4C hair was harder to take care of than 3B hair, 3C hair, her hair. And by helping me detangle my hair, she realized by herself, wow, this hair is a lot easier to detangle than, my hair. And I also have very thick hair, you guys. Now, granted, my hair isn't as voluminous as hers, but I have very thick hair, okay? I have the hair of 3 people on my head, and my hair is mainly 4B, 4C. It's mainly 4C, but there's a bit of 4B in there, and it's very, very easy to detangle my hair. I tell you guys this all the time. Like, I don't generally understand when I hear black women talk about how hard it is for them to detangle their hair, and maybe they have different hair than mine, I don't know, but my hair is very, very easy to detangle. Like, I can finger detangle my hair with some deep conditioner in 15 minutes. And again, I have very dense hair, okay? And in 15 minutes, it's a done deal. Like, you can go back and watch my wash routine under an hour. So it goes really quickly. I can do it. So I never understood all the blah blah about how hard it is to detangle 4B, 4C hair. Like, I'm not saying that it's not true that there is no 4B, 4C hair out there that's hard to detangle, but that is not my personal experience at all. And I think if you're struggling a lot to detangle your hair, then maybe you don't have, the right tools or the right routine. But it shouldn't be that hard, you guys. Like, this is not an algebra test, okay? But yeah, those are the 3 things, that I teach my daughter, mainly as a dark-skinned black woman with a mixed daughter. I teach her that her self-esteem, or should you say confidence, really shouldn't come off of feeling superior to dark-skinned black women who look like me, the woman who birthed her. I teach her that she's not black. I said this before and I'll say it again. The day I would consider mixed people black is the day I would see in Germany a mixed woman go to Miss Germany, let's just say Miss Germany, for example, and stand there and claim whiteness and win the contest and have nobody among the juries give her pushback about the fact that she's white, okay? The day that happens, I'm going to agree that mixed people are black, because that day they are also going to be white. Like, I don't understand how they can be equally as black as they are white, right? If you have one black parent and you have one white parent, and then they get to claim only the one parent, like, that doesn't even begin to make sense to me. And I understand, you guys, that some mixed people are kind of black passing the same way some mixed people are white passing. Like Meghan Markle, for example, to me, she's white passing. Like, she looks like a white woman. Like, if I see a picture of Meghan Markle and someone told me she's from Spain or Italy, I would believe it. As a matter of fact, I remember vividly the day, I remember it as if it was yesterday. My ex-husband told me that, the prince was going to get married to a black woman. I was excited. So I rushed on Google to check, and I saw her, and I'm like, huh? Is this the black woman you're telling me about? And he's like, and I'm like, okay. And in my head, I just thought, why is she black? Like, how is she black? Like, even my daughter doesn't feel represented at all by Meghan Markle. And my daughter look a lot like Yara Shahidi, for example, right? If you've seen Yara Shahidi, you've seen my daughter. Like, she stole Yara's whole entire face. In winter, I'd say she's a bit lighter than Yara, but in summer, like now, they have the exact same complexion. So yeah, she doesn't have the complexion of a Meghan Markle at all. And most mixed people don't, okay? I say this as someone who's seen a lot of mixed people, okay? Whether it was in the continent of West Africa or here in Germany. And most of them don't look like Meghan Markle, okay? Most of them are not white passing. The same way most of them are not black passing. To me, a mixed person that looks kind of black is Barack Obama, for example. To me, even though he's mixed, like, he does look like someone that could be, I guess, a light-skinned black man, a little lighter black man. So to me, that's a mixed person that, looks kind of black. But in my experience, most mixed people don't look like Barack Obama or Mega Marco. Okay, most of them are the complexion of a Yara Shahidi with 3B3C hair. That's the majority. Remembering that majority is 50 plus 1. Okay, so I'd say more than actually 51%. In my opinion, again, I haven't conducted any studies, you guys, so don't quote me on this. I would say around 65% of them, you know, are looking like Yara Shahidi with 3B3C hair, and then, you know, among the 35% restant, there is then half of it that are white passing, and then you have other of them that, you know, look more black. Some of them actually can be very light skinned with 4B, 4C hair, even though it's rarer, it does happen. Like, I've seen quite a bit of mixed people with 3B, 3C hair. So yeah, in my opinion, that is how they usually come out. So yeah, you guys, these are the things that I teach my half German girl as someone who is dark skinned myself. Because again, my daughter is visibly mixed. Okay, if she looked like Barack Obama, then maybe I would not teach her that she's not black. But anybody who look at her can tell that, you know, she's not fully black. Like when I tell people I have a child, and you know, like every mom out there, I'm annoying, so I show them a picture. They're always like, is her dad white? Like they can see it immediately, you guys, you know, because of her complexion. They can tell immediately, so why should I be teaching her that she's black? She isn't, and that's okay. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with being mixed. It's an identity of its own. I know a lot of people were mad when Tyler said that she was colored. I guess that's how they call mixed people in South Africa, but I personally, I wasn't mad at it at all. I know that a lot of black women were offended and said that they would do their support, but to me that didn't make sense. Like when you look at Tyler, you can visibly tell that she's mixed, so why are you upset? Like, I don't know, it doesn't make sense. And I don't know, you guys, whether Tyler has a black and a white parent. I don't know. She could have both parents that are multiracial as well. You know, looking the way she does, that's a possibility as well. I don't know. Okay, so don't be in the comments saying like, oh, do let me know in the comments what her parents look like, or I guess I can Google it. It don't really matter. Okay, I made my point, and yeah, like I said, on the hair thing, it's not really something I told her, but it's something that she kind of taught herself by taking care of my hair. I guess by reading those comments, you know, that my fuzzy hair could never, oh, God, do I hate those comments. She did kind of begin to internalize that 3B hair was better than 4C hair, but take care of my hair. Let her know that it's not always, in my opinion, it's really never the case, but whatever, you know, because of the density of her hair. I guess that rule, if it is a rule, it's not true for her, because her hair is very, very dense and really, really hard to detangle. Trust me, I've been the one detangling it for 8 or 9 years, and I can tell you it's not for the weak. Okay, that's a true arm workout, but that's neither here nor there. And this video is becoming repetitive, so I'm gonna love you and leave you here. If you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. In the comment section down below, let me know if you have a mixed daughter, or if you had a mixed daughter, what are the things that you would teach her. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, as well as becoming a member. Bye guys, thanks for watching. Mwah.